Here's the menu for Maine.
Hi,
Hi, hello.
How are you?
Good.
Thank you. You're welcome. Would you like something to drink from the bar?
No, thank you. Water's fine. We are having lunch in the main dining room. We're close to the windows. It's very lovely and pretty empty.
This is just a day.
Oh, it's filling up.
Yeah. I just talked to staff again, and I think what we've decided we're going to do, we're just going to go to our assigned table. He confirmed that we can do that. So we're going to be on deck 4, table 601, sharing with whoever else happens to be sitting there. So, because that way, right, and at least then we know we'll get to eat at 5:30. Because that, I think, they're both really important to us, getting to be on our own and getting to eat at 5:30, but I think eating at 5:30 is more important. Yeah. I got the iceberg wedge. I had this on Disney last time too, and I really liked it. And Ben and Megan both got mozzarella sticks.
More magic.
Ben and I both got the cod, which comes with mashed potatoes, cauliflower, and spinach.
No, I did.
Spinach. Yep. And Megan got a chicken sandwich, which comes with fries. The 11 Marriage show game show was really fun and entertaining, and it just finished, and now we are in the Schooner Bar to play Friends Trivia.
Hello everybody, do you all have your teams? Yeah. So now just the team captain stand up, get one of the pencils and one paper for the team. And remember, very, very important, in the end, you bring the pencils back.
Mini golf is up there. We're on deck 13. The kids are coming to see if they can do rock climbing right now. It's 4:30 on our second day. Still pretty chilly and windy. Okay, so we did really good at Friends. We basically won. It was a 4-way tie for first. And then it turned out that the 3 of the 4 of us had gotten one wrong, but had gotten the bonus points. So we basically had, you know, like all of them, like a full count. But then one of the girls had all of them right and the bonus points. So we're like, you won. That was fun though. It was actually very easy for me. If I haven't shared this with you guys, we actually watch Friends every single day. We've watched it every single day, like while we eat lunch every day for 2-3 years. We just keep watching the whole 10 seasons over and over and over again. So like while we were doing that, I was thinking to myself, this is supposed to be hard? Because I didn't even have to think about it in the answers. And then we went to Harry Potter trivia, which was very hard, I thought. Megan even thinks some of the questions, a couple of them, were only in the books, not in the movies. And I hardly knew any of them. I mean, I knew all the stuff they were talking about, but I didn't know any of the answers. But Megan did pretty well. Again, it was out of 20. She got 13 right. The team that won got a perfect score. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Megan got her favorite thing on Royal Caribbean, the French onion soup. And I got butternut squash soup. Megan and I got the chicken cordon bleu. And Ben got salmon.
I'm at your name. What's your name?
Sam.
Sam, where are you from, Sam?
Atlanta.
I believe you're a doctor or a lawyer.
Like a businessman.
Same thing. Doctors, they look how much money they make, mate. Dentists as well. What kind of business are you into?
Gas stations.
Oh, that's why our fuel price has gone up. Everybody, Sam! I can't fill up my Mustang. Right, hello. What's your name? Where are you from?
Jeanette from Lehigh, Utah.
Now let me guess what you do. Do you have an Etsy store? Ah. Are you a teacher?
Really close.
Really close. Are you the person that helps the children cross the road at school?
A crossing guard?
Yeah.
No.
Are you a bus driver?
No.
Are you a head mistress?
Colder.
Colder? Are you a disciplinary lady?
No.
Are you a... what are you?
I'm an elementary school librarian.
What, so you have Where's Waldo and Peppa Pig? How many books do you have in there?
Probably about 5,000?
5,000 books! Are they all by Ladybird and Penguin?
No.
Oh, okay. Alright then. What have you got in there, like Mein Kampf and that and all that? Right. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I want to watch this. Can I sit here? Is that alright? Thank you. Just sat on the company phone, so don't worry if it don't work. Here we go then. Let's have a look. You doing it at the same time. Are you ready? Let's see who can hula hoop the longest. If you drop it, you have to start again. Here we go. Let's do it. Three. Claudia, count in seconds how long they hula hoop for. Here we go. Let's do it. Hula hoop!
Look, what you have to do, in 60 seconds or less, you're gonna go like this. And you can only move forward, you can never go back. You can only move forward. Huh? If you missed, you missed. But keep it going. That's the most important part. Keep it going. Nah. Always forward. So you're gonna have 60 seconds or less.
You look like Jack Sparrow's got growths.
Whoever got the most will be the winner. How's the scores? 1-1.
1-1, yeah. Oh no, it's a 2-1. 2-1 to me, yeah, I'm winning. As always.
Bro, it's all on you. Kevin!
Oh!
Come on, kids!
Oh!
Elton, who do you want to start?
I think we should go with Kevin and then we can decide what we're going to do with the child.
You're sweating, Kevin. Enjoy.
I just want to give you a summary of our sea day today. This was actually a really fun day. We had a lot of activities to go to. This morning, the first thing we did was we participated in the escape room, which I already talked about earlier in the video, and that basically took up our morning. And then we had a nice lunch in the main dining room. And then we went from one activity to the other, basically. Right after lunch, we went to the Love and Marriage game show, which was really funny and entertaining. And we really enjoyed that a lot. And then we went to Friends Trivia, which we basically won. And then we went to Harry Potter Trivia, which was really, really difficult. But Megan basically played that for us, and she did a good job. And then we got ready for dinner. Was there anything after that? Oh no, we went up and walked around the upper decks a little bit. One kind of negative thing is it still is really cold. It's really cold and it's really difficult to do anything outside. I learned my lesson from our last cruise in October. I brought more pants and long sleeves, but I'm going to go even a step farther since it's January now and say that we should have brought in like coats and maybe even hats and gloves. Honestly, it's really so windy and cold outside. We just really can't take advantage of being out on deck as much as I want and being out on our balcony as much as I want. At least not when the ship is moving. That might be different the next 2 days when we're docked in ports. So we'll have to see. Okay, and then we went to dinner, and we actually, the manager of Deck 4 dining room, Bassem, he really came through for us, and he like kind of fell all over himself apologizing to me for the fiasco that was last night's dinner experience. He is the first one that I felt really was kind of realizing the situation and what had gone on with us and how much we had gone through trying to figure out what was going on. Tonight, I tried to go to our regular assigned table, and the family that was there, it was dressed to impress night tonight. We were dressed up, and they were in like t-shirts, and it was like a mom and 4 kids. And they looked at me like horrified when I tried to sit down at the table. And then the littlest kid actually dumped his water glass all over the table and my phone right as the waiter came and told me, I don't have you on my list. You're not at this table anymore. I think they gave you a new table. So that was even more confusing. But then I went out and talked to Bassem, and he said, I'm so sorry, and he apologized, and he said it was such a mess last night. Apparently, I think they're having some staffing issues in the dining areas, in the main dining room at least, and I think that because they seem short-staffed, the crew tonight in the dining room seemed flustered and like they were really having trouble keeping up, like with serving. I mean, they still provided us with excellent service, but they just seemed kind of frazzled. And just looking around, it seemed like there weren't as many of them as there usually would be. But Bassem, he was really, really nice, and he apologized and said that last night everything was just a mess, and he said that was completely our fault. He meant, you know, like the crew's fault, and that they're so very sorry. And he said, I'm going to give you my very best table for 4 tonight. And he did. He gave us a beautiful table right overlooking the balcony down to deck 3. And we had a very nice dinner experience. It was kind of slow, again, because I think that they were having a little trouble keeping up. I think that they were short-staffed. And he did explain, no, I am going to have to come each night at 6, which I don't know what that's about. But he said we should be able to give you a table for 4 each night, but they still couldn't give us like that table each night. So I don't understand what happened there. And I feel like they still could have handled that better. So that was still kind of a confusing thing. But our food has all been very, very good. Our food has been excellent. And the service we've gotten each night has been very good. It's just that we're having different servers each time. We took some pictures both before and after dinner. And then we went to the... what was that game show called in the Star Lounge? It was kind of like the Cogsworth Countdown kind of thing.
60 seconds.
Yeah, it was something about 60 seconds, doing these funny activities in 60 seconds. And we decided up front that we weren't going to volunteer, but we just enjoyed watching it. And it was Andy and, what's the other guy's name? What was the other guy's name in the... Claudio, thank you. Andy and Claudio from the entertainment staff. They're both very, very funny and do a really good job. And so does our cruise director. What's his name? What, Tiago? Tiago. Our cruise director is terrific. He handled a situation with a very, very highly intoxicated woman at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I might add, who was being really disruptive during the Love and Marriage show. She was in the audience. And both Colette, the kind of assistant person who was helping him with the auditions and stuff, who chose the couples, handled her quite well. They were very stern with her. Like, they did it in a really smooth way, but they were like, basically let her know they weren't messing around. You're being disruptive and you're ruining everybody's experience here and stuff, and you need to be quiet. And everybody applauded when they kind of called her out.
Well, did you hear the amount that the entire audience was shushing her?
Yeah, everybody was saying, shut up, be quiet, you know, because she really was. She was
like, she spoke, and it was a chorus of shh.
Yeah, it really was. She was very loud and she was very obnoxious. And so I was really appreciative of how he handled it. And it did quiet her down. It did keep her quiet for basically almost the rest of the time. But he's doing a terrific job. He was hosting again tonight after the little game show that we went to that I can't think of the name of, with Andy and, again, Claudio.
It was 60 seconds something.
60 seconds something, which was very funny and entertaining. Then we went to the main stage show in the big theater, which was Ballroom Fever, which we enjoyed very much.
Oh, yes.
It was all ballroom dancing. If you're a fan of Dancing with the Stars, you would have really enjoyed that. It was all different kinds of ballroom dance, a really cool variety with the very excellent singing and dancing members of the company. We were so blown away by all the costumes. The costumes were beautiful. They changed costumes like 6-7 times? They changed costumes a lot. The sets were very simple and basic because they were really just like backdrops and curtains. Mm-hmm. But I never knew you could do so many variety of colorful, cool things with curtains.
Yeah.
It was really neat. And so we really enjoyed that, but we're very tired and we have an early day tomorrow. And so after the show, we just came back here and now we're getting ready for bed. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I mean, I know we're only halfway through it, but actually I think this is my 4th Royal Caribbean cruise. And I'm actually going to say, I think this is my favorite Royal Caribbean cruise.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the trip itself, or
just the whole experience? I'm just having a really good time. I mean, granted, there's some flaws. The whole main dining room fiasco kind of sucks. The ship is older. It's not the most stylish ship in the world. The cabins are very dated. I don't like this bunk situation. It's too cold to go outside. You know, there's things like that. But I'm just really enjoying the vibe on this ship. I'm really impressed with what a wide variety of fun things they have to do. I just remember when we went on Mariner, which was the sister ship of this, and also, there was nothing to do. And when we went on Explorer on my honeymoon, I don't remember enjoying that either, but that might have been the company I was with. But anyway, and Harmony, we were just so frustrated with how difficult it was because of the number of people on board. They had lots of fun activities, but you couldn't participate. You couldn't go to a lot of them because they would fill up and there was no room for you. And like everything on the top deck would just have just horrible lines all the time and everything. And I talked about that in the videos when we went on that cruise, but those big ships like that are difficult because there's so many people that you're in competition all the time, trying to get a space to do things and participate in things and stuff like that. I think this class of ship size is really good for that aspect. But I think that Navigator, I'm just really impressed, and maybe it's their crew, maybe it's that it's out of California, I don't know what, but they just have a really nice program on board and the crew is terrific. And so what I was thinking is that we only paid for this cruise, the total with our taxes, port fees, and prepaying our gratuities was $1,462 for the 3 of us in a 4-night cruise in a balcony cabin. That's how much I paid for this cruise. And that is the cheapest cruise I've ever gone on. This one that I'm on right now. And I feel like it is an excellent value for the money. Like, for the little amount I paid, I'm having a really enjoyable time on this cruise, and I just can't believe I paid so little for it. I mean, part of that's obviously the time of year that I'm going, you know, it's the end of January. and maybe because it's out of a West Coast port and those just aren't as popular, whatever. It's an older ship, but I'm just having a really great experience despite the, you know, a few things that are kind of like annoying or whatever. But I just am really impressed with what value we're getting for our money on this cruise. And then the last thing I want to say is there is such a variety of ages of people on this ship.
Oh yeah.
And everybody just like gets along, and it's everything from little babies in strollers to people in their 90s and everything in between.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, I've never seen such a variety of age groups on a single ship before. And everybody just seems to be having a really
I think
fun
there are plenty
time.
of activities tailored to everybody's.
Yeah, there really is.
ages.
There's activities for every age, and I'm just really impressed with the activities and the offerings on this cruise. So that's my thoughts at the end of day 2. Tomorrow we are on Catalina Island, which I'm really excited to see because I didn't even really know that existed before I booked this cruise. If you enjoyed this video or found it interesting or helpful in any way, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss any more of our upcoming cruise content, including the 2 additional vlogs from this, our Navigator of the Seas cruise, make sure that you're subscribed and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Have a great day, everyone. Safe travels.